There's a flag. Still going. Took about 15 minutes. Oh, jeez. Oh. Welcome back, everybody. So today I'm out at the little pond. Again, one of the few places that we actually have safe ice. So we're gonna go out here, try to catch a couple bass. Fishing nothing but tip-ups today, so that should be fun. Hopefully we get at least a few. This pond is absolutely loaded with medium-sized bass, so anything that we can catch I'd be greatly happy with, because we have not had a flag fly yet this year, and it looks like weather is coming in pretty quickly to where a lot of our ice that is safe is no longer going to be safe, because we're supposed to get some pretty warm temps. So let's get out while we can, hopefully catch a couple fish. Pretty simple setup what we got. So we just got a little bit of a fluoro leader attached to a swivel with a little bit of a little shiner hooked right in the back. Pretty simple. Hooking them in the back has always done really well for me. I will use a quick strike rig for pike and whatnot, but for this little pond where there's pretty much only bass, I'm not too worried about it. And we'll put them about 5 feet down. I know this lake pretty well, so that should just be a little bit, about 1.5 to 2 foot off the bottom. So, and then we'll put a little tip up line marker, a little bobber basically, just so we don't have to try and measure the rest of the time. It's a little bit deep actually. We'll put it a little bit shallower. That's about right. And then we'll go ahead and wait for a flag. Pretty easy. We're allowed 3 lines, so we're going to go ahead and get the other 2 out, and hopefully we have a flag pop before we get done with the rest of them. Happens occasionally, but see how good of a day today is. On these alpha ions too, I think actually all the ions, they have a reverse feature, which is really nice. We don't have any issues with slush right now because there's not a super thick amount of ice and there's not any snow. But what you can do is flip it in reverse, put the auger in the hole a little bit, and it'll clear out your hole. So that's always really nice. I mean, the amount that you have to like scoop out is a lot less and just saves a ton of time as far as that goes. I love that feature on this thing. But we'll get our last tip up set up and then we'll wait. There's a flag. Still going. Took about 15 minutes. Oh, jeez. Oh. Still there? I assume she's still there. Oh yeah, still moving. Yeah. Is it swimming at me? Oh. How? Just how? Oh. Well, first flag. Not a good start to it, but we'll get her set up. Minnow's still alive, so we don't lose that. We've only got a dozen or something, so first one of the day was a miss. She was swimming with it, but I don't really like to give them too much time, especially with trebles, just because I don't want to gut hook them. I don't want to take anything home today, so get it set back up. Got another flag, of course. The furthest one away. Oh, it's still spinning. It's the closest thing I get to cardio. Oh, hauling. Oh my gosh. Pulling in a bunch of line. It's not spinning now, of course, as we get close. Still there. still there. Got him. This one I do got. Doesn't feel real big. Little bass. Little baby bass. Oh. Calm down. Right in the corner. Got that minnow down there. Barely peeking out. Just a little tail. There we go. Skinny little one. Look at those red lips though. Small one. Usually they're a little bit bigger than this in this lake. But release on this guy. There we go. Well, that's our second one of the day. I like tip-ups, like traditional tip-ups, a lot. They are a little bit more difficult to manage than, say, a jaw jacker or a finicky fooler or anything like that. Just because you do have the rod to fight the fish, which is really nice in cold situations because you don't have this line freezing up on the ice. So that's really, really nice. But just for the cost of everything, the whole system, obviously buying all the pieces and then still having an extra rod to use for your tip-ups, just a little bit more cost effective in my opinion. A little bit more of a hassle, but we don't have any wind out today, which is making things a little bit more manageable. But if you get a big pike and it pulls off 20, 30 yards, it can be quite the ordeal to get everything figured back out if there's a lot of wind and real cold temperatures. But well, that's our first fish. Let's get another minnow back on there and see if we can't catch hopefully a little bit bigger one. That was kind of small. I was kind of surprised with how small that one actually was. But it's our first fish on a tip up this year. So move some scales, put her down. And again, most of this water down here is right around 7-8 feet. So as long as we put it right around 5, sit just a little bit off the bottom. There's usually a little bit of weeds around here too that sit about a foot. So should be right out of the weeds, right above them. A couple feet off the bottom. Usually where fish in this lake at least sit. Let's wait for another one. Got another one from the same flag we had last time. Just a couple minutes ago. It's not spinning. Usually if I don't see it spin, I'll kind of give it a little bit of time because it might be readjusting it in its mouth. Pike usually do that more than bass do, but could have just dropped it too. Fish seem to be a little bit further out into the lake than what I anticipated because we've got like really early ice, so I figured that they'd still be a little bit more shallow, but he's either sitting with it or he dropped it. Pull up real slow. A little bit, but it might be in the weeds. Yeah, I don't feel like there's fish on there. Pulled out a little ways. Must have just done it instantly and then dropped it. He must have hauled immediately. Oh yeah, just took it right into the weeds. And that's what we're fishing right above is the weeds. So, all right, get her back down there. Adjust her to right above the weeds again. Must have taken off immediately. Oh no. There we go. And that's why it's a little bit easier to manage those iFish Pros and jaw jackers and whatnot, because it's just on a normal fishing reel. Again, for the cost of everything, I would just prefer to have a tip up. Maybe one day we'll get into those other sort of set lines, but all right, we'll wait. I might end up moving out my one tip up that's a little bit shallower, because we have not gotten a bite on that one, and the rest of them all have had bites, so I assume the fish are a little bit further out than I thought, but we'll get set up and wait for another one. Got another one. Finally, that's a close one. It's not spinning though, so that doesn't make me feel too good. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it's still on. Moving real slow. There she goes. Oh, and she probably heard me. Still on there? Oh yeah, still pulling. Got it. Small one again. Small one. Oop. Almost a little bit bigger than the last one. Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. There we go. Perfect. Of course, GoPro cuts out right in the corner. Perfect. We'll see if we can get a GoPro. Set the GoPro on one of the tip ups. Get her released before GoPro dies again. There she goes. Get another one set up. It's 2 for today. Haven't got any good ones though. Well, that's it for today. We caught a couple fish, had a couple flags fly, but the fish were pretty finicky besides when the sun came out. So those were the only times I had bites, and it was for really short periods of time or windows, and it was kind of odd. But nevertheless, we caught a couple fish. We had a couple of flags, so that's the first ones of the year, so that's great. Hopefully we end up with some bigger ones. Can't go much smaller than what we've already done. So as always, if you guys like the video, if you wouldn't mind liking, and if you want to see more videos like it, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be greatly appreciated also. Till the next one.